Welcome to another Follow-Up Friday. Hope you've had a fantastic week and looking forward to the weekend. But remember, Friday is always that final day of the week and it's the day where we do all our follow-ups. I just wanted to bring something to you today which is really apt and something that happened in the last couple of days. I've been chasing somebody, but also somebody's been chasing me. And so somebody was chasing me for a little bit of business. It wasn't a customer, it was somebody trying to sell to me. And I always just like to see how people sell. It always intrigues me what they do. And I don't play a game with it, it's just the way that I operate. So if somebody's selling to me, I ask them to send me some information. I do know the way that sales work. So I'm always like, just send me some information so I can look at it. That's the way that I tend to react to these things. So many weeks ago, somebody sent me some information. Then they sent it again, they sent it again. Now, in terms of that, they actually sent me the same email 3 times with the same piece of information on. They didn't change anything at all. Nothing changed. And then eventually, I had a message come through going, "You're obviously not interested." And that was that. I was like, okay, fine. So I left it. And then another week. And then I had another one going, "You're really not interested. So why didn't you call me?" And I was like, would I do that in that way? Now, yes, that person has got me to react because I've gone, would I react in that way? Would I behave in that way? But actually, I've still ignored it. And so much so now, I've actually now gone with somebody else and I've chosen somebody else and I actually posted something on social media, which the person then came back to me and went, "Why didn't you choose us?" And I went back to that person and I said, the other people we've now gone with, they actually took the time to send me an email with what I wanted, followed it up, did I have any questions, followed it up again, have any questions, followed it up a 4th time and said, "I know you're busy, not a problem, I'll leave it with you, but just wanted to check." Then they phoned, left a message for me, and then they phoned again another week afterwards just to say, "Didn't want to hassle you, just sort of checking it, you've obviously got some questions, if it is a no, perfect, but can you give me a call?" I went back through the information and I was like, actually that's what I want. And then I called them and said, yep, that's absolutely what I want. So the other person didn't take the time to understand the sales process. They purely thought by sending the same thing all of the time, I'd eventually react in a positive way. I've reacted in a negative way. The competitor to them actually reacted in a positive way. The last year has obviously been really topsy-turvy for everybody, but that's just not the fact. I've been busy. So in terms of that, I've been busy, but I've actually now gone with somebody else because their sales process was continual, which obviously I talk about all the time, but they actually changed it on each stage, again, which I talk about all the time. Then they followed it up in a proper professional way, and then we spoke on the phone. So they used different channels and different ways to communicate with me, understanding that my decision-making process will probably take a little bit longer. So in terms of that, they followed the process, they got the business. The other people didn't get the business, and they got a little bit miffed about that. But actually, if they'd have followed in the right way, they potentially would have got the business. Now, did I actually look at the due diligence to go, which is the better one to go with? Probably not on this occasion, because that one company just annoyed the hell out of me. And I'm a salesperson, I understand the process, but the other people followed a process that worked. That process worked and they gave it the time it needed. So I think in terms of their sales process, it was 9 to 10 weeks. But they followed that process and now I've eventually gone with them. So do remember that the sales process is so important. And if you're going to put that process in place of following up, and that's what this is about every Friday, it's about different ways to follow up. Always be positive on the follow-up, never be negative. And what I mean by that is be positive in terms of the outcome, be positive in terms of the way that you're engaging. Appreciate that people might be busy, appreciate that people might have other things on, appreciate that we're now in holiday season, appreciate there's been COVID for the last 18 months. So you have to be positive. And in terms of that being positive, it's not positive about the outcome, it's about positive in terms of the process that you're following. Each time is positive. Okay, so within what's been going on, people have had things in the way. So we've had COVID, people might be on holiday, people might be busy. You need to be positive on each of the stages and really learn from that in terms of that positivity of each stage, slight change to the message, slight change to the engagement, but make it work for you. So Hope you are going to have a great weekend. Remember now, go and do those follow-ups, follow up on the people you've been waiting for. And actually next week, I'm going to be giving you a very special message where I'm going to invite you in, and actually we're going to be doing on a Monday, we're going to be doing some Monday morning meetings, how we start to shape the week ahead in terms of your sales. I'm going to give you a little glimpse and just going to give you a little snippet each Monday, and that will be starting to happen in September, but I'll give you 1 or 2 snippets through August. But I'll actually give you an insight to how we work with customers in terms of weekly meetings. But it will just help you to plan that week ahead to make sure you've got the right motivation to get through the week. Okay, so it's probably my Monday morning motivational meeting, or it's just a Monday morning meeting for motivation. Haven't quite got that name right yet, but it's definitely going to be a Monday morning meeting. So really make sure that you're engaged with me so you can get that, and I'll be sending some details so you can actually get engaged properly with that as well. Go and do your follow-ups, get selling, follow up, follow up, follow up, and you are going to be getting the results.